Hey everybody, just a second. I am sharing to a few places. We're waiting on Linda to come on in. All right. So, welcome to tonight's Sunday Live. Let's talk autism. We are waiting on Linda to come on in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nita, one of the admins. Hey, Alex, how are you? Hope everybody's doing okay this evening. Feel free, if you are on the main page, to share. Uh, see, we still. Hey, Annie. Hey, Charles. How are you? Let's see, I might have to open up another. We're going to give Linda a couple seconds to get on, but I hope everybody is okay this evening. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Great. Glad to have you. Welcome. Okay, here she is.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, guys. Hey. Sorry. Let me turn down some. Okay, there we go. Yep.
Claudia. Hey, Lorienda. Oh, thank you, Alex. My coffee. You know, I always have to have the coffee shirts. Mm. So,
Oh,
are you opening up a watch party?
yeah, I'm doing all that right now. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second.
Hey, Norma. How are you this evening?
I'm so far down here.
So, for those of you who are very new to the group, I'm sorry. Every Sunday, we do a Let's Talk Autism session where it's open discussion. It's all about parents helping parents. If you see a question in the chat and you can help with it, feel free to chime in and give your suggestions, tips, or advice. If you have a question yourself, throw it on in the chat. Linda and I are parents, just like most of you. So, again, it's all about us parents helping parents. And for those of you who are professionals, please feel free to chime in. Educators, coaches, therapists, everyone's welcome. For those of you who don't know anything about autism, ask your questions. That's what we're here for. Victoria. So, once again, for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment that we call Autism and Us.
And I am Linda. I am the other admin. Oh, there we are.
Okay. I should put this. Wait Wait a minute. I'm going to open up one too.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Oops.
Sorry, you guys. We sharing everywhere here. Start. Okay. Sorry about that. So what's going on with everyone this evening? I hope everyone is okay. It's we've had a rain, snow and sleet storm here. So it's settled down, but now it's freezing out there. Oh my goodness. Hey Gloria, how are you? Hey Natasha and Rosa and Letice. Hello. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Hello, Christina. Krishna. Did I say that right? Hello, Rosa. How are you? For those of you who are very new to the group, see members coming in or to Autism and Us, we do this every Sunday. This is our Let's Talk Autism session. It's open discussion. Anything autism goes. If you have a question, concern, or anything, just throw it out in the chat. It's all about parents helping parents. If you see a question in the chat you can help with, feel free to chime in. Linda and I are parents, just like most of you. So it's all about us parents helping parents and everyone else who likes some info. Connecticut it was a beautiful day. I wish we had, well, a warm day. It's always a beautiful day, I should say. I should say. It's just freezing. The high was 19. Oh, okay. So how was your day, Linda?
Uh, it was um, it was okay. It turned out really good. We went to Six Flags with Emily, and
Okay,
it was really cold, but it worked out really well. She did well. She walked the whole
good.
time. She didn't have a meltdown or anything. She did good. She ate a granola bar. She requested a granola bar for me. She found one in my backpack, and
Hmm.
she said granola bar, and I was surprised. Well, she said granola bar, but she said, and she kind of stopped herself, and I said granola bar, and she said yeah, and she said eat the granola bar. I said you want that? She said I asked her if she ate it at school, and she said yeah, and so I gave it to her, and she ate the whole thing like in 3 bites. So, and
All
it was a
right.
Fiber One granola bar at that. So
Okay.
she
All
loved it
right,
though. So
Emily.
it was a new food. Yeah, so that's good. So that's something new for Emily.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. I should have known Celsius
What?
when he said
What's going on?
19 degrees, not Fahrenheit,
Oh,
Celsius. Uh,
oh, okay.
he said it was a nice day.
Mhm.
You too, sweet. So I was able to get on live today. I have been replaying the previous ones because of work. Okay. 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 Yep. Way to go, Emily.
Yeah, I was surprised. She surprised me with that, but yeah, that's really good.
Yep. Keep trying new foods.
Yeah, and that was at her request. I didn't even have to ask her.
Definitely awesome. Definitely.
Hmm. Hmm.
So a
Yeah,
win.
so yeah, it was a surprise. And the last time we went to Six Flags, she had a major meltdown. and she didn't have any meltdowns today. She went
Okay.
on a little roller coaster. She had fun. It was the only ride which she went on, but that's good because we have season passes, so it's good we even used our season passes. So we
Okay.
finally got to use them.
Hmm. Excellent, excellent. Okay, I had this watch party, so I have to, because do you have that problem if you open a watch? Well, you're not on a laptop, are you?
Yeah,
What,
yeah. What's your problem on there?
every time I open up the watch party, I can't scroll for some
Oh,
reason.
that's right.
It
That's
won't
right. You
let me
did say that.
scroll I don't know why, but I have to use the cell phone.
See, I can't even find the watch party option on the laptop. I see the share, but I can't find the watch party. So I back out of it, and I sometimes I would see it on the outside. I don't want to see it on the outside. Mm.
Hey, Jet VR, Lucinda, Bobby, hello, Teresa, Christina, hello, Amanda. And we have Christina says, does autism get better with age? And when you say gets better, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean does symptoms slow down?
Or do you get more accustomed to working with it with your child,
Yeah, used to it? Or what are you
mhm,
asking
or
exactly?
maneuvering, as far as everything that you need for your child? Nita, I'm going to leave this right here and I'm going to switch over to the laptop
Okay.
instead of my phone. Okay. I'll be right back, you guys.
And Rosa says here in Berkeley, California, it's cold but sunny. Okay. Yeah, it's freezing here. I haven't even looked at the temperature. I'm here in Detroit, Michigan, and it is absolutely freezing. I went and pulled the garbage bin up front, and just those few seconds, I was like, "Woo, hurry up in the house." Let's see. Declan is working on. All right,
Okay, sorry.
potty training. We are trying to get treatment for grandson. What type of treatment are you working on, April? And how are you? And welcome to our Let's Talk Autism session. I have the same problem I have. Okay. As we get older, many of us learn. So, part of Christina asked, does autism get better with age? Mr. Charles, he's in the live on the main page. He says, as we get older, he's on the spectrum. Many of us learn to adapt. Okay. Um, April, okay, here she goes. She says, okay, I'm good. This is breaking my heart. PT, OT, and speech. Is your grandson in school? Is he of school age? Is he getting early intervention? How old is he? Y'all today. 85. Are you serious, Lorienda? Oh my God, I would love it. It's freezing there too, Sarah, huh?
Who has 85?
Lorienda says 85 in Florida.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Ooh, it was so, my face felt like it was frozen today. And I'm in California. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh, he's 3. So April and other parents may chime in too. He's at that age for early intervention. So They should start him off with something. Is he getting, has he been signed up for any early intervention programs, Head Start, anything of that nature? Do you have any spirit? Hmm. And hey, Kathy, how are you? Kathy says potty training tips for a nonverbal, almost 3-year old. Anyone has potty training tips for her? Christina says, I just got to say, it is really inspiring to see we are not alone, that there are other parents out there struggling and dealing with the same situations and loving moments too. Yes, very glad, very glad you be on. Okay, be on here as well. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, we are not alone. We are all in this together here. So 85 is 29 in Celsius in Florida. Okay.
Hey, Courtney and Pauline, and hey, Sarah and Jill, Beth and Loretta and Stephen.
So April says, no, it's hard to let him go. My son was molested at 2 by a friend's son. So this is rough to release him. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. But you mean release him to get the services that, or putting him in early intervention? Me and my daughter are the only ones. Okay, so there should be home therapy available. I mean, well, I'm not sure how your state works, but you might want to call and check if that's an option. That way, you guys can be there to monitor what goes on during therapy. I know when my son started early intervention, they did the center, and we also had someone come to the house 3 days a week to work start with him with early intervention. So that is an option, or maybe again, I don't know how your state works. Where are you located? And maybe someone else in that area can help you with that. Sarah. Sarah says we started the process for our daughter at about 3.5, and she got OT and ST outside of school last year. It took us about 6 months. Took even longer to get her official evaluation. Where are you located, Sarah? When I started the process, it actually didn't take long for my son. Once we got the diagnosis, the ball just started rolling. Um, Early intervention took him in right away. So we started that process. And I'm here in Michigan. So I don't know if, you know, that's a difference or what. Molly wants me to go to the office tonight so she can get all.
So she can get what?
She wants to get on live.
Why am
Don't.
I always?
Yeah, so make sure you're here at the end so we can see Molly if she's still up.
Why am I always in this if I can't join in and talk? I hate typing. You
Yep.
can join in and talk at the end. I mean, near the end, we do have people join in and talk.
Yeah, we sure do. Who is that?
Courtney Andre Wise.
Oh, okay. Yes, at the end of this live, we invite parents on. So stay tuned.
Yep.
Hey, Michelle, how are you? Keisha. And Rosa says, I wish my son would try different foods. Anyone have any potty? Oh, here we go. Potty training for Gloria says, And Kathy, I don't know if Kathy's still on, but Gloria says the potty training one. Just keep your patience. From what I've read in this group, most of our kids are between 4 and 5 years old before they are really ready because of a variety of different problems.
Mhm.
Yes, and then some are older, like mine. Uh, we had issues, ongoing issues, trying to get him potty trained. Um, but your child will get it. They'll get it eventually. Yeah, just keep on working with. Oh, April's in Ohio. Well, I hope so too, April. Hopefully, and like I said, I can understand you worried about him going out the house, but yeah, they should be able to start him on a program in home, especially being that young. Okay, let's see what else we have here. And Rosa also says, "Good job, Emily."
Thank you.
Taylor said, and Shelly says, "I'm an behavior support teacher. I teach social thinking and self regulation. I posted earlier about sharing strategies with members. I was excited." Yes. Oh, yeah, because I chimed in and we do focus live. So hopefully you'll join us and do a focus live and share what you do. That's over at our other group, Discussions and More. And we'll have more information about that later. Or you can get in touch with us on our main page and we can tell you about the Discussions and More group. Yeah. Um,
Hey,
Bonnie, oh,
Michelle. Sorry.
the chat one. Bonnie says, "What are some good tasks to train a service dog for an autistic child?" Anyone have any ideas?
To train the dog?
Yeah, she says, "Good tasks." Yeah, what are some good tasks to train a service dog for a autistic child?
So I guess she's asking what things to have the dog trained for, or is she actually training the dog to do them herself? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Is she training? Is she asking what you might have the dog trained for? Like, is she wanting the dog, maybe? Is she asking what you might have a dog for? Like, an autistic person might have a dog trained for safety and trained for, when the child's having a meltdown, to soothe the child and calm the child during anxiety. Is that, and is she specific, or is she specifically asking how to train the dog for those things? Those are some things you might train a dog for, but if you're asking how to train the dog to do that, uh, then that would be something else as well. So if
okay,
anybody has either of those answers.
okay. Yeah, Bonnie, so if you heard what Linda was asking, chime in and let us know exactly.
So either how to do that, or some things that you might have a dog trained for an autistic person.
Hello, Michelle. How are you? So April, Gloria asks, "Is he in Help Me Grow?" That's a program, I'm assuming, for Ohio. Lorienda says, "My Brandon was potty trained at 22 months old. What I did with help of grandmother advice, I'm sorry, I reversed him on the toilet. On the lid, I put his toys for him to play with." Okay. That's an interesting tactic to use. Yeah. I have learned a lot Focus Live so far. Great, great. We're hoping, Charles, that we can really get them going. So hopefully we can get more and more parents to participate, more and more educators, teachers, the therapists, the coaches, and those on the spectrum to participate and really get them going. Let's see what Bonnie says. Uh, I see she chimed in. She says, I would not be training the dog myself.
Oh,
When
okay.
when I have called around, the dog trainers has asked what task I want the dog trained for.
Okay, so that was the difference. That was what I was asking. So I guess the difference would be like, so I mean, I guess the thing would be like some people have it trained to alert when to alert or keep the child safe from dangers such as like the street or wandering out the front door, or water danger, keeping the child away from large bodies of water. Say if there's another danger, say like if there's a fire danger, being trained to keep the child, or alert the child, or alert somebody for safety measures is with the child. Another one is meltdown. I've seen this on the page before. When the child's in a meltdown, it goes to the child and soothes the child and kind of gets the child calmed down. Another one was sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was picturing the video when the I forgot. I think it was the remember that one? I think it was a cat. Remember? And the little boy, he came out of it and he started playing with the cat and it was okay and everything. I seen it before. Dogs do that too. Another one is anxiety. So I guess it would just depend on the things that your child would specifically need. Safety is a big one, though. I've seen that when the kids go out to the sidewalk towards the street, and then the dog will circle the child and lean his body against the child to keep him on the sidewalk. So, and alert somebody, like bark, to get your attention while they're staying with the child. So depends on what and how old your child is, or who you're getting the dog for. Be more specific to that. So I guess if you're like, say, if you have somebody dealing with autism and epilepsy, maybe to alert you if there
When
was
they're
a
having a
seizure, or to
seizure.
bark if there was a seizure.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And Gloria says, the Help Me Grow sends people to your house. The kids are never alone with anyone. They also provide play groups at parks and churches that have indoor play areas. Okay, good program. Lorienda says, often the kiddos are scared too and they will fall into the toilet. My son wanted to use the regular toilet, not the toddler cute potty chair. He was like everyone else is using the regular toilet. He wanted his own. And Lisette asks, how do I stop my daughter from trying to bite me and herself? Anyone has a biter, and what are some of the things that you do for that? And Bobby says, is there any way to stop stimming behavior, or even just encourage stimming at only certain times? I can't get my little guy to sit still to learn some school skills. We have
Who's that? Sorry.
we have been working on. He loves to rock and jump on the couch. And to be clear, I don't mind that he does it. I just would love like 15 minutes or so to show him stuff. Bobby from the watch party.
Okay. I guess maybe reading about, I don't know how much you've read about stimming. I guess you could read about that. First off, to make sure that it is stimming, because first off, you want to make sure that it is. Because it's to calm himself or to soothe himself. If anxiety gets high or stress gets high, that's when it's going to become more prevalent. But you want to make sure that it's not. And I'm not here to diagnose or to say anything else, but you want to make sure that it's not just his energy level or him being active or overactive. Make sure that it is stimming. But his stimming, when you read about stimming, stimming is for a purpose. It's because he's calming himself, he's soothing himself, whether it's a stressful situation or an anxious situation. So it's a hard thing to control. It's the same thing as if we're tapping our foot, or we're nervously tapping our fingers on a desk. It's the same thing, we're tapping our pencil. It's the same thing that we do, and we don't notice ourselves doing it when we're nervous or we're anxious or we're stressed, biting our fingernails, things like that. Theirs are just more noticeable.
Yeah, very noticeable. I
Mm-hmm.
have a stimmer, a jumper.
Yeah, and Emily, she can rock really big back and forth.
Hmm. So great idea about the potty training for Lorienda. And April, are you saying they took them out of the Help Me Grow program? Glad you're great, Michelle. Yes, we will all pray for April. Definitely. Hey, Shorty. Hello, just popping
Hey,
in
Shorty.
now. I was very busy. Okay. Uh, Over here we have, hey, Ventura. And Mandy says, hi from Florida. Have a 2-year-old son that is not diagnosed yet, but have an appointment with behavioral pediatrician in May. Okay. Heather suggests potty training nonverbal for a 13-year-old. Um, well, I have a 13-year-old. I'm going to say you have to keep working with it. My son, I'm not sure your son's, speaking from my situation here. My son relied on pull ups until he was about 11. There was just something about using the bathroom. Um, he he got the number one part. Number two, he had issues from since he was 1 years old. He used to take and do the smear thing and hide in his sister's closet. So he has had an issue with number two for years. He's finally getting it, but it's taken time and therapy. And he's gotten it a lot better now, but he still has some issues. But the thing is to keep working with him. And if you are in any type of therapy that helps with that, like we are doing the ABA, and his BT has really brought him a long way with that. So I would say just keep working with him. You have anything over there?
No, I'm still. I was relocating that. No, nothing. Um, but I did see right here they're talking about the stimming, and then
Oh, okay.
why can't I scroll over here? Oh, here it goes. Uh,
Oh, Shelly gave speaking to Bobby. She says you might start using first and then statements. Providing a chair that has a slight rock, oh, excuse me, a slight rock might also help. Place him in the chair and say, first we will, and then you may. For instance, first we will sort these colors, and then you may run around the room for a minute. Celebrate the accomplishment. The task should only take a couple minutes.
mm.
It might take a couple weeks, adding longer tasks each day.
And how old did he say he was? He was really young, right?
Four.
4.
Four.
Yeah, and he said 15 minutes, I believe, right? I think at 4 years old, he should probably be going. I don't even know if he should be going full 5 minutes, but yeah, it should be probably a lot smaller increments,
Hmm.
and then have a break. Even if you have to set a timer, And then even if it's a visual timer for him to be able to see.
Hmm. Hi, Monique. How are you? Hey, Mandy.
And then there's some comments over here for him. So it says the school offers rocking chairs, allows movement for the kids to release energy while learning. Stimming is a security measure to soothe, like Linda explained. They will stim because they have stress, anxiety, or even happy. Um, right here. Our daughter can't sit still in a chair. We bought wiggle seats and bands that go on the feet of the chair so she can get so the chair to give her something to help. It seems to work for her. And then he's also at the age too that if, and that's another thing. So like I said, I wasn't going to I'm not here to diagnose anything or anything like that, but if he was to be like, if he was over energetic, he had a lot of energy, they don't do anything under what, the age of 5 anyways, right, Nita?
Right. 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 Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Looking at
I mean,
this.
yeah, they don't, it's just, yeah,
Yeah.
even if you were opting to do something, yeah.
Charles says his twitching doesn't necessarily mean that he can't pay attention. Okay. ABA help with toilet training that came from Juanita. Yes, this helped me also with the toilet training. Monique says, does anybody know how to go about getting a service dog? Now, there was a link in here, and I have to remind everybody we try to not do links. So the links will be removed, but you can tell about where to Google Google the information, and then we can we can add that also.
Uh, oh,
Do you know
Odori?
the
Oh, oh. Somebody named, I want to say your name is Audrey. Good evening, everyone. I am new here today and first day. My son is autistic and he's 6 years old. She's from New York. Welcome to the group. And then
welcome?
uh, Ramon says not at all. Okay, Ramon. I don't know what that. I don't know if you're referring to a comment. So if you are, I apologize. Um,
Julia gave also a tip for the stimming. Bobby Boom, oh, talking to Bobby, I'm sorry. You could say to your son, first do whatever the task is, and then you can jump for 5 minutes or whatever time you want and set the timer. So,
and I apologize too. I think I might have said Bobby. I might have said him. And actually, I don't know if Bobby's a
yes,
he
it's
or a
a her.
she. It's a her. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not even reading it. So I apologize.
Yeah, I'm reading from the watch party, so
Hmm.
we're like in a couple screens.
Yeah. And I just heard you say Bobby. And then I thought about it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Charles says, realize that it might be driven by jealousy. I was very jealous of my sister when we were growing up because she had so many friends. What is that? Stimming?
No, I think that's the other one. I don't know, but I thought that had to do with the aggression or the biting or I thought there was
Oh,
another
okay.
one with aggressiveness.
Yeah, the biting. The biting.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was on here. Okay, and stimming is a security measure to soothe, like Linda explained. They will stim because they have stress, anxiety, and even happy.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That's the one that I.
Okay, and Bobby says that's a good idea. I've been trying to teach him to take turns with moderate success. Son, this may be a this may be a two birds, one stone situation. Okay, you want a service dog too. Okay. Again, I did remove a link, so if you want to put the name without the link uh, in the um, chat area, that's fine. We don't like to use the links while we're talking in the middle of discussion. Maybe towards the end of the live, you can put the link in. And Royale says, hello, Nita and Linda, North Carolina. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hello from Oregon. That's Ashley. Hi, Brandy. And Bobby says, thanks, guys. So thanks, everyone who chimed in. And
You're welcome. There's one more comment for Brandy.
okay.
I mean for Bobby, not Brandy, but Brandy. Hi. um, Bobby. Somebody said. Gloria says, right. Just like eye contact, it's neurotypical. People who have a change of change, who have to change our thoughts on this. Some kids can still hear everything you are telling them, even being so active. If he's verbal, try teaching while he's busy, and then ask him a question to see if he's catching the information. And we know this even with our kids that are on the spectrum, that even if they're not being overactive or active or appearing to be busy, sometimes when they appear not to be listening, like they're daydreaming or they're off in their own world, they're still hearing us.
Uh-oh. Monique says, okay, along those lines, any advice for getting a 14-year-old to get up during the night to go to the bathroom? Anyone have any advice on how to get a 14-year-old to use the bathroom at night when they have to go?
Only thing that I can think of is probably just waking them up yourself to go get them up, especially if they're a heavy sleeper. And maybe if setting the alarm isn't going to, if you don't trust that that's going to work, just setting the alarm for them to get up to go to the bathroom, probably getting up to take them to the bathroom or to assure that they get to the bathroom.
And this was the biting. It
Mm-hmm.
started out just playfully smacking or shoving. Now he seems angry when he does it, and it's constant, and he will target her. ABA says to ignore it, but it's hard. Hmm.
I wasn't smiling because of the comment. I was smiling because the picture of her profile matched the comment.
Oh, okay. That was a- and April says they're waiting for therapy to start. Okay. Well, good. Sarah says, is it aggressive play or just aggressiveness? My daughter has started aggressive play in general, and her OT said it could be sensory seeking. We are trying out weighted vests and compression shirts. Okay.
Okay. That
Thank
was like what I was saying.
Oh,
I said that like when Emily was younger, she would do things that were she would climb really high and she would jump down like it would look like it would hurt, or she would hit her head onto the floor, it would look like it would hurt, but she was seeking sensory, feeling. And it said that that's why a lot of our kids are daredevils, because they're seeking feeling. And that's kind of the sensory seeking thing, that if they were to play more aggressively, they would feel some kind of sensation, like some kind of pressure and maybe even pain if the kid was wrestling back and things like that, or fighting and things like that. So it's kind of the same thing that I was talking about, because like if
so
we were to do the same thing, we may end up hurt jumping off of the same things that they were doing.
that's just like with my son. He's a
Exactly.
daredevil. So
Exactly.
maybe I can try
Hmm.
try those because he scares me.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the trampoline, remember? Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, daredevil.
Hey, Joanne.
Thank you, Shelly. Shelly says service dog for autism, 7 tips. Uh, Link. Google 7 tips for getting a service dog. Autism Speaks. So you can try to Google 7 tips for getting an autism dog from Autism Speaks. Well, through I guess they would have the some information about the service dogs for you. Teresa says, "Hello, Teresa. How are you? I have a question. Does anybody know how do you deal with anxiety? We just found out my son was diagnosed with it." Anxiety. We did a focus live on anxiety and autism, didn't we? Was it one? Didn't Pam do one?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I forgot about that. Hmm.
Is Pam on? Maybe she can.
I don't see her. I can invite her though.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a member here who has a teenage son, and he also has anxiety. Um, Julia, hello. About eye contact, one of my adult students told me that she looks at people's foreheads because it looks like she is making eye contact. Oh, excuse me. It doesn't distract her while she is having conversations with with others. Okay, that's interesting too. And Brandy says her son has anxiety too. What kind of thing? How do you deal with it, Brandy? Do you have some suggestions? Let's see.
What state are you all in? Asking for different things in states for help in like ABA and dogs and stuff like that.
Who is that?
Shorty asked that.
Oh,
What state are you all in? Asking for the different things in states for help in like ABA and dogs and stuff like that. Yeah, because it does make a difference for all of those things. That's why I always ask where are you located because it all begins there on how to ask and who to ask.
hmm. Hi, Joseph. Joseph asks, what do y'all think about ABA? My 11-year-old will be going after 4 years out of all therapy. I absolutely
See,
love it.
it's our
It's work. It's been working for us, for my son. So
and for my daughter as well.
are you getting any Medicaid services?
Timers are great.
I'm in Michigan.
Did somebody ask? Um,
I was just going reading Shorties.
oh, somebody. Oh, Shorty's in Michigan.
No, no, I was saying I'm in Michigan.
Oh, okay. I thought she was saying. I thought that was below what I had read. I thought you were further
Oh,
down below me. That's why I was
oh
like,
no,
what?
I'm
Okay.
I'm still scrolling here.
Oh, okay. And I'm in California.
No, not really. I have babysitters so I can go to work, but it's never on a schedule. Okay. And Kathy, this goes for uh Monique. Monique asked about the 14-year-old. Kathy says try not giving them anything to ooh, to drink after 7 p.m. and maybe, I'm not sure, they wouldn't have to go in the middle of the night. Yeah, that's a good because that's what I had to do with DeAndre because he was a bedwetter also, so we had to stop. And I used to get him up at 2 in the morning just to
Mhm.
go, but then he had to slow down with his drinks during the day.
And there's a it's a hormone that your brain produces. It's a chemical that your brain produces that make you stop, to slow everything down through the night. So technically, you shouldn't have to urinate through the night, but bedwetters are a little different, and that's why they continue to wet the bed. Um, and I don't know if that's more prevalent with autism or not. So with me, when I was younger, for a long time, it didn't matter what time. After what time I drank water, it just
It still
it
happens.
just didn't work. It didn't make any difference. But it is like it's a I want to say it's a hormone, but it could be called a chemical instead of a hormone. But it is something that your brain finally regulates.
And Gloria, she is speaking on a
Hey,
14-year-old
Angela.
boy, her son, Justice. Um,
Crystal says I'm in denial, but I need help. What's your situation, Crystal? Sorry.
and Niraj, do you people know about any research going on autism? What do you mean by research? Yeah, there's always research. Well, sensory, my brain is still tickling, hurts him. But you can push him on his bed and just laugh, laugh, love it. My kiddo has high tolerance of pain. Mine too. Mine too. And any new update on research? What kind of research are you talking about? Interesting. Our daughter is similar. My mom remembered in her later years how, as a teenager, I always seemed really uptight. What were you uptight about, Charles? You just seem like you're just so with it.
Mm-hmm.
Lorienda says Brandon has anxiety. This kid always worrying about the future, the past. I told him to leave that to me and enjoy yourself. He says, okay, but it don't work long. I have to continue to redirect. Okay. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Lorienda asked Charles, were you always serious? Utah. Do anyone have any idea about the kids of autism person? How much risky is to have the autism in there? Read that, Linda. Can you
Um,
make that
where
out?
is that one?
I got it. I have it on screen.
Oh, sorry. Do any one of you have any idea about the kids of an autistic person? How much more risky it is to have
Oh,
autism with their kids?
it's
So
saying
how much of a
having.
more, yeah, how much more of a risk is it for, I guess, a person with autism to give or to have offspring that have autism?
Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Sometimes Brandon have bad wedding accidents, especially for some reason when it's cold outside. The barometric changes. Okay. Sorry, got to go. We'll watch later. Okay, Leslie, thank you for stopping by.
See you later, Leslie.
I always had a sense of humor. I don't think tenseness
You scare me.
necessarily
Want to say hi?
related to seriousness. You can have a strong sense of humor and still be constantly
Hi.
sharp. Hey, Emily. Hey there, sweetie.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Look right here. Look at the screen. See?
You all right, Emily? You're so pretty.
Thank you. She said you're so pretty.
Thank you.
Oh, you see the
You're
calendar?
welcome.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Is
Oh
Emily on the
yeah, I
calendar?
see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show that. Y'all see that calendar? It's still have them available if you want to purchase one. Beautiful Faces of Autism.
Let me
January. There's Emily right in the middle. There it is. There it is.
Oops. Okay. Okay, there I
uh,
got it there. Okay.
Ashley. Ashley says, any advice on how to get a 3, almost 4 year old to take medicine? It seems to be a texture issue. Have you tried hiding it in like his favorite, like pudding or applesauce? My son Eddie is 13, and Teresa says my son Brady is 12. Let's see what else we have here. Bobby says ABA has been great for our guy. At 2.5, he was diagnosed severely autistic, completely nonverbal, very aggressive, social anxiety, and meltdowns all the time. Now we're considering school. He's learning new words, no aggressive behaviors, is comfortable, and even seeks out peers and family members. I can't speak for all, but for us, it's been great. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Bobby. I've seen great progression. Shelly says, Teresa, addressing Teresa, I have several students with anxiety, and we teach steps to calm down. Take 3 deep breaths, open your hands, and place them over your lap. Then have them state the emotion I am feeling and I need help. It is so effective to open communication about feelings. We also use guided meditation for children with anxiety. We use headphones and weighted blankets as they listen to guided meditation. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Look what she's trying to do. Of all times that she wants to come in here, Emily.
All right,
Of all
Emily.
times that she wants to come in here and try to ride the treadmill. What is that? Oh, you want to do that now? She's trying to come in here and ride the treadmill right now. But now she found her. Hold on. She found her Chromebook. So why don't you go take this to Dad and have Dad set it up for you? Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, she was trying to do the treadmill, but she was doing it manually because it's going to be too loud. Okay, now she's going on her laptop.
Charles says it is genetic. My daughter, who is neurotypical, and I both strongly suspect that my brother, his ex-wife, and my nephew are all on the spectrum. Okay. Hi, Emily. Emily, beautiful. She's
Thank you.
beautiful. Thanks, Charles. Thank you, Lorienda. She's
Thank you.
beautiful. My daughter is 13 and will be 14 in March and will not take meds for nothing if it's not in liquid and flavor. My son just started to learn to swallow his smaller pills. But
Oh, nice.
the other ones I still have to put in applesauce or pudding.
But he will never take liquid?
The liquid medicine, yeah, just has to be real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to do it real quick. Come on.
I was surprised we got Emily to do that in her last appointment.
Okay, just for a laugh, my feet are cold. It is 85 degrees.
I believe it. I believe it.
Cold feet.
My hands
Girl,
still have to defrost.
please. 85 degrees and you have cold feet. Yeah. No, I'm not believing it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my hands to defrost. I had gloves on too, and my hands are still frozen. There we go.
DeAndre, hates liquid. Yeah. Margaret says, hello, Margaret. I am so
Emily,
glad to
bring it here.
in. I have a 15-year-old son on the spectrum. He was very happy and always greeting people. Now he was lost. Now he has lost interest in school and has become rather aggressive. I am employed at the same school and was temporarily placed in his class, wondering if it has affected him. Please help. You have anything on that, Linda?
No, I'm trying to figure out what Emily's getting to. Hold on one second.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Pam, there you are. We had a parent that wanted
Okay, sorry.
some advice on anxiety and their child. If you had any tips on how to get through anxiety. Yeah, I'm freezing too, Shorty. I am
Oh,
freezing.
yeah, that's right. Utah. I don't know how I forgot that. Welcome, Jennifer, and ask anything you need to ask.
So anyone have any tips for Margaret, 15-year-old son on the spectrum? He used to greet people and had an interest in school, but he's lost his interest and he has become aggressive. She's employed at the same school and was temporarily placed in his class, wondering if that placement affected him.
He's verbal.
Is he verbal, Margaret?
And what is his placement? Is he Gen Ed?
Let's see.
Hey, Veronica. Hey, Pam. Victoria.
Hey, Veronica.
Gloria. Just in case I didn't say hi to someone. Gloria and hi, everybody.
Oh, he won't drink or eat it. Okay. It's like, yeah, okay. Like they can smell it. Oh, no, you're not going to get that to me. Anybody have any other creative ways to give meds when they kind of know it's already in their foods?
What is the medication that you're trying to give?
Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley. And it's a liquid, or did she say if it was a pill? She's trying to hide?
Is it a pill or liquid, Ashley? See if she says something. Okay, bye, Teresa. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, Teresa.
Royale says I have 6-year-old. 6-year-old has autism, and the sister has no autism. So far, they can get along with each other, but even though I still have to check them sometimes when they're playing. Okay, that's just like you sound like my granddaughter and my son. They have a love-hate relationship. One minute they get along fine, and then the next minute you have to separate the two.
Sounds like my brother and me.
Glorianda, this is for you. Julie says, tell her to turn down the air conditioning. We know that she has that on since it's 85 degrees.
Right.
She wouldn't have those cold.
Right. Who said that?
Julia.
Right? Everyone else says they're that was a good one. That's a quick solution.
And Margaret says he's in Gen Ed.
Okay. Yeah, that could be it then.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm saying if he's in Gen Ed, I'm thinking he's verbal. He's probably highly verbal, or he's probably very verbal.
Mm-hmm. And she says he's in a life skills classroom setting.
So
Oh, no, he is not Gen Ed.
I was gonna
He,
say because
yeah,
usually it's one or the other.
yeah.
Okay, so he's in
I
like
had to
Emily's.
reread that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in like a functional academic class, what we call that here in California. So he's in like an Emily's type of class program. So he could be verbal or nonverbal. Uh, it could be that. The other thing that I was thinking too, it could be his change in personality because he's. I mean, I'm not gonna say personality, but it could be change of him changing. He's 15, and it could be puberty as well. I mean, things
Yeah.
change, at this age.
Hormones
Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
aggressiveness
Hmm.
comes in
And then
into
the
play.
teenage years, not want to be around mom on top of that. So it could be a kind of a combination as well.
Mm.
I mean, not saying he doesn't want to be around you at all, but being around you a lot or being around you in his space as well could be getting to him a little bit. I mean, just because they always tell me too, just think of them as just as a normal teenager and how would they feel?
Mhm. And is it Isa from Minnesota? Hello. And he's very echoic. Okay.
She said the same one said this.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry, Margaret. I got it. That was my fault there. Not in Gen Ed. I had to reread it.
Does she mean echolalic?
Is that what you mean,
Like
Margaret?
like he echoes what you say?
Let's see what she says. Let's see what's going on over here. And for the medicine, Gloria says, with my son, it has to be liquid and in a medicine syringe. He will tell us fast or slow based on the flavor and thickness, I believe. If it's yucky, he says fast and takes a small sip of drink right after. Okay.
Like he's chasing it.
Uh, and she says, yes, ma'am.
Echolalic.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, so that it may be that he doesn't know how to express. I mean, it could be a combination of maybe he can't express that she's either in his space and maybe she's in his space, or maybe it's a combination. She's in his space and he's growing up and puberty is hitting at the same time, and it's a combination of both those things. Or maybe it's just plain out puberty. Let's just say, maybe it could be both. And that's, school is his time, his space.
And Pam, you missed it because I already said it. See? Victoria.
And Miriam says, place it in a syringe on the side of the jaw toward the back, and they have no other choice but to swallow. I used to have to do that because Emily used to clench her jaw, like put her teeth together so I couldn't get in there. So I'd put it right back here up against the molars that were clenched. And yeah, and then I'd just hold her mouth like this so she can spit it back out. And sometimes she'd gurgle it, then she'd swallow it. Until she was big enough to not be straddled for me to be able to do that. And then we had an agreement. It was just, okay, if you swallow the pill, then we don't have to do the liquid anymore. And she did that. Well, I have a 10-year-old. I have a 10-year-old. I had him. Okay, let me figure this one out, and then I'll
Okay.
read it.
Back to the 15-year-old. Charles says it might be the boy's mother's placement in his class have caused other kids to tease him. Has he been teased? Is that an issue, Margaret? Okay. Isa, I hope I'm saying it right. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Says having tons of issues with my son's school, blaming video games for his behaviors, etc. They made a sensory room for him, and now he won't come out of it, and they're blaming him and the video games over the fact that this room is now his comfort zone. Advice on dealing with schools, IEPs, finding advocates, and not coming off like a bitch when fighting for our kids.
Okay, with the sensory room, what is he doing in the sensory room, and how long is he being in there that it's a problem? And I'll get back to that. I want to hear the answer to that part. Emily, try to play that card.
Okay.
And so Jennifer says that she has a 10-year-old, and I okay, she has a 10-year-old. He's getting older, trying to potty train him. She's doing what the school does, 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, I'm thinking. And he has behaviors. He gets mad and he starts hitting her mom, which is 77 years old. And it's
Oh,
hard because she falls sometimes.
oh,
And she takes care of him. And my sister, I'm not sure. Him and my sister too. But yeah, that's hard when they start getting bigger like that. And it's a him, it's a boy. He's 10 and he's physical. Gus says my 6-year-old is starting to get verbal. He is in kindergarten. This month he will start potty training. Any tips?
how old is he?
He's 6.
Oh, he's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep working with him.
Yeah, and I would say reward system, a reward
Yeah.
board, token system. Bring activities to the toilet with him, or if you're just starting with him, and it's going to be quick, just reward system and taking him on a schedule. But if he's going to be there for a minute, yeah, bring something for him to be entertained, so it's not a dreadful time for him to be there.
Yeah. Bye, Royale. Thank you.
Bye.
Has to go. My son is everywhere. I understand. Bye bye. Thank you. And yes, you missed it, Pam. Victoria says she's been here for a while. You missed it.
Thank you, Shorty. Thank you, Lorianda. Oh my goodness.
For pills, Lorienda says for pill meds, I taught Brandon and practice to swallow one Skittle candy. Okay. With the liquid meds, we are going back and forth. Okay. Yeah.
A Skittle's pretty big too. I'd be scared. See, I could swallow a big old Motrin, but then if it's a Skittle, I'd be like, no, just because I know it's a Skittle, and just because I know I'm supposed to chew a Skittle.
And Julia, Lorienda's LOL, Julia, too funny. You got me. Yep. Turn that air conditioner off. Shorty says, I love you, Nita and Linda. You two are awesome lady. Oh, thank you. You are
Thank
awesome.
you.
Let me see if Isa answered. Let's see. No, not yet, but Margaret, with the 15-year-old said, no, he hasn't, about the teasing. One classmate scares him when he mentions fire drill because they all know that is a trigger. He fears them before he could tolerate it. Okay. So that's not really, it's an issue, but it's not an issue with the aggressiveness. And okay, here, Isa, this is what you're waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there his entire day, most days. They've already cut his school hours down from 10 to 1:30. They sent me an email the other day telling me he refused to clean up his mess. It took him 2 hours to do so, which only irritated me. He's already only there a few hours, and so much time was wasted on arguing with him to clean. I'm wondering if school is worth it at this point.
How old is he? And what kind of program is he in? But in the sensory room, are they leaving him? Are they giving him that space to as his own? Are they given that as his own quiet space? And he doesn't have any obligations in there, and that's his quiet recoup time in there.
Yes, Pam. I love her Victoria. Okay. Pam, for the anxiety. Pam says, as far as anxiety goes, we use essential oils for Ralph. I use frankincense and lavender. Also, ever since I pulled Ralph from school and started homeschooling him, his anxiety has gotten so much better. Ralph just couldn't handle the other kiddos at school. So that really helped his anxiety. Wow. Okay.
Been
Good,
2.5
good,
years.
good.
Talked about 35 words.
Thank you, Pam. That's good. He likes to get it over with and take that nasty medicine quick instead of something
Mhm.
right. Shorty me. I love these ladies, Nita, Linda are great. I am so honored to just oh, thank you, Lorienta.
Thank you.
So sweet. Oh, thank you, Pam.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank you guys. And okay, I have to take a potty break. Give me one
Okay.
second. I'll be right back, you
Mhm.
guys.
Okay, is her name? She left. Okay, the one about the sensory room. The reason why I ask about this is because Emily started to do that. It was a sensory room, a break area, a quiet room. They would let her go in there, and what happened was she was doing it when she didn't want to do something. When it was a non-preferred subject, a non-preferred time of the day, she just didn't want to do something. She would go in there, but then it became a point of what's the point on going to school? It became a time period when, or a point in time when we had to ask ourselves, well, what's the point on going to school if she's just going to spend her time in the sensory room? So what we said was when she does that, so she would do it every time math came up. So when math came up and she needed a break, okay, you can have a break, but that's all it's going to be. It's going to be a break. Okay, break's all done. Okay, she won't come out the sensory room. Okay, math is going to go into the sensory room with you. Okay, you can be in here, so but it's not going to get you out of anything. So that's what happens. So they just can't, they can't let him have I understand that it's supposed to be a sensory room, it's supposed to be a quiet area for him, but basically what they're doing, it doesn't make sense because they made the area for him, they made the quiet area for him, the sensory room for him, but they also made the class for him and his IEP for him and a place to educate him. So they can't just let him stay in the sensory room and not learn all day. So just like they did with Emily, what they started to do was bring her non-preferred items into the sensory room, and they brought the math to her and they said, well, you're in the sensory room, it's math time, we're going to do the math in the sensory room. And you know what started to happen when math came around? She didn't go to the sensory room anymore because it wasn't an escape anymore, because even in the sensory room she was going to do math, and it just showed that that's why she was going into the sensory room. So it didn't get her out of anything, so she stopped playing that card, she stopped going in there. So it's just a matter of outthinking his strategy, and it's only going to be so long. But if he keeps doing it, then he just has his certain amount of day with his subjects and everything he still has to do in the sensory room, but he has to have an education.
Definitely. And Pam, uh, Randy wants to know how old is Ralph and is Ralph aggressive? I'm believing Ralph is 17, right? And
He'll be 17 in July.
okay, 17 in July. And she wants to know, is Ralph aggressive? My 2-year old, 2.5-year old talked about 35 words and one day just stopped. He has been getting therapy for a year and now is in school and still receives therapy. Any tips on to encourage talking? I'm a single mom, 23, with my first child. Thank you so much. Keep working with him. Yeah, my son started talking, he stopped, went mute for years, and now you can't shut him up. But keep hold on to the faith, keep working with him, speech therapy, um, you know, uh, keep prompting him to talk instead of pointing,
Mhm.
try to make him say
Yeah.
what he wants.
Mhm.
But yeah, keep working with
Even
him.
if it, yeah, even if it's his own word for that specific item, just, and you'll notice that even if it's not the word, you might notice that it becomes a word consistently. It might consistently be the same not right word. It might be consistently the incorrect
Right.
word, but that's his word for it. And so he's using language. So just, and closer, in time, and like Emily used to call bottles go-go's, but we got to know that go-go's were her bottle. That's what she called bottles, go-go's. So that was her incorrect word. So we knew she was using language, and she asked for go-go. We knew what go-go meant.
And Izza says regarding this the sensory thing. Did you already see this, or you never?
No, I responded to it. What did
Oh,
she say?
she says he's 10. He's in
Uh-huh.
special ed.
Uh-huh.
They created that room for him basically for safety first because he
Mm-hmm.
would lash out and shove them away. They
Mm-hmm.
thought it would keep him safe and keep other kiddos safe.
Yeah. So technically, when it's something like that, anyways, they can be with him, but technically, they want to keep the other kids safe. Like, so when Emily, and yeah, I'm kind of putting the situation out there, but it's been situations where Emily's had the class evacuated, where they've removed all of the kids except for Emily, but she's not the only person in there because the teacher or staff member has to stay in there with her. So it's kind of like the same situation. So they're keeping him away from the other students. But when he calms down, but then again, how long is he in there? If he's going to be in there most of his day, okay, we're calm. And then here's your work. He can't, if he's going to stay in there all day, what's the purpose, of being at school, just like she said. But I mean, even if you have to start his day off in there, maybe that's the way, to make it his area. But the other thing that kind of makes me wonder is, does he need a one-to-one, before it gets to that level? um, Nathan says, I have Asperger's syndrome, and I've been living on my own in my apartment for 6 months now, and I'm proud of myself. Congratulations, Nathan.
Congratulations. Wow. And Gloria says regarding the talking, is he 2.5 now, or when he was talking? My son was saying a few words before 2. He stopped saying anything recognizable at around 2, but started talking again 2 months after his 3rd birthday. Okay. Pam also says regarding anxiety, also with anxiety, I also use social stories with him to help with going places that cause him anxiety. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea also. Here's something else from Isa. I think what it I think that is what they do. They bring the work in there for him. I try to explain to them that they created this comfort zone. So why would they expect him to want to leave? What is irritating me is that they're saying his love for gaming is making him want to seclude himself more.
The thing is that, okay, first off, the thing the thing about that, which is strange anyways, is okay, I'm suspecting that his diagnosis is autism. So for them to say something like that already is is it's already questionable. Like, okay, where are you trained, and why would you're going to put all of that off on video gaming? It has nothing to do with autism. It has nothing to do with him none of that has to do with autism, him wanting to be separated, or him not having any interest in social skills or social interaction. None of that has to do with autism. They can't put that all on video gaming. Not everybody who does that is going to react that way. But it should, I don't know. I could see that they did it for safety reasons, and it kind of is less disruptive to class. But at the same time, if they made it too comfortable for him, how did they think they were going to get him out of it? And I think I would be upset too if they did that with Emily, because I like that they kept her in this situation, and whereas she was, Emily would have a big conscience where she would get disappointed in herself every time that one of those big situations happened. So, but she knew that she had to work towards trying to stay in the group of the class and staying in her desk, just like, even if she wasn't working with them, but staying integrated with the class. So they kind of did separate him out, but at the same time, they shouldn't, don't let him get out of his work. But at the same time, they did separate him out. That's why I say maybe a 1-to-1 would have been the route to go before it even gets to that level.
And Margaret says, "Oh my God, love this. I'm listening to all the other concerns and the great advice. Glad you're finding this helpful, Margaret."
Mm-hmm.
Maria says, "Love all the advices. Thank you, ladies. God bless you." Thank you, Maria.
Oh, Rose says, my son was just diagnosed with autism. He's 2 years old. Any advice that you could give me?
He was what?
He was just diagnosed and he's 2 years old. Any advice that we can give her?
Early intervention right now.
What I was going to say.
Yep. Get it started right now.
Yep. Everything they tell you or they recommend, if they say that he doesn't need anything right now, first off, no, don't listen to that.
Yeah.
But everything they do recommend, whether it be OT, speech therapy, ABA, speech therapy, those are early intervention. And they're very effective right now. Because right now is where you will probably start seeing, you've probably already seen it, and that's probably why he was diagnosed right now, is the regressive stage.
Okay, and see you later, Margaret. Thank you. We're here every Sunday, same time, and possibly on Thursdays now, too.
Yep.
Thank you. And Gloria, I wish you would freak out if we showed up in a couple days knocking at your door. Oh, you must be, is that for Lorienda? Another one?
Oh, why? Because it's warm there? Is that what they're talking about?
I think so. And Rebecca says he is almost 3 next month. He turns 3. He was talking so well, so many videos of himself speaking, sung with peers, trauma-like situation happens, and was diagnosed with lead. I miss his little voice. Hold on to faith, and keep working with him. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Just keep working with him. Pam says, we never had a sensory room in school. Oh, there's something for Emily. Does Emily now know how to calculate 76 to the 9th power?
Okay. Oh, wait. I saw that. I don't even know how to do that. Okay. Oh, she might. I don't know. I guess I would have to ask her, right?
She might surprise you.
That's what I said. She might, Charles. She'd be like, Mom, I've been doing this. That's old. She might outdo you, Charles.
And Victoria says, I just keep encouraging my 3.5-year-old. I talk to him a lot, and I ask him to say words like if he brings me his cup, I will ask him, say drink or please. When I hand him the drink, I ask him to say thank you, or he loves the color red. So anytime he points out something that is red, I ask him to say red. Good ideas. No, Gloria, we would have socks on our feet with it.
And always keep the words simple. Always break it down to simple words. Don't ask for too much. And then to wrote words together, it's going to take a while for him to, maybe to repeat might come quicker, but for him to put words together like that is going to be a while. Like Emily's full sentences may have started coming out this last year, but yeah, to wrote words together is going to be a while.
So to answer your question about Ralph, is he aggressive? Ralph is 16, and yes, he was very aggressive. It was bad. He is getting better since we are not dealing with school. Also, we now have a personal care assistant that comes to the house and will, that's his name,
Mhm.
helps keep Ralph calm. Okay.
And Nathan, Charles, Gloria, and Lorianda all said congratulations.
Here's Isa again. Isa.
Mhm.
She says, "Thank you, gals. I have 3 pages written out for the upcoming IEP meeting with pros on gaming and our concerns with the sensory room and their lack of understanding for him. Wish us luck. Good luck.
Let us
Wishing you
know.
all
Let us
the luck."
know. Be
Yeah.
sure to come back and let us know how it goes.
Mhm. And hi, Regina. Welcome. Through CPS, my husband and I adopted our grandson who is on the spectrum. He suffered a traumatic brain injury when he was 4 years old. He's now 10. He will never live independently. He was quite aggressive. We stopped all cereal, and this has helped him tremendously. Cereal?
I think
Okay.
I'm not sure, but maybe gluten.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Congratulations, Nathan. Congratulations. Welcome, Ali from YouTube. Congratulations, Nathan. Charles says once the school makes an escape from schoolwork comfortable for a child on a spectrum, it can be difficult to motivate that child to do schoolwork.
Exactly.
Mhm. I agree, Linda. Brandon had to learn how to work through the situation with redirection. Okay. And Gloria says, Issa, I am assuming they don't allow him to play video games in school. So you are absolutely right.
Mhm.
They created this environment that is comfortable in and doesn't want to leave. Shoot, if someone, let me say it right.
Mhm.
Shoot, if
I know.
some,
I'm sorry. You
okay, if someone would put a bed with a thick, comfortable comforter at my job, I wouldn't want to get out of that either. Duh. All right, Gloria.
right?
Yeah, we have to break the monotony a little
For
bit.
real, we do. We do. But that's true, though. Yeah, if somebody did that, why would you want to ever say, "Oh, I'm gonna leave this comfortable spot and go do my unpreferred task,"
All right.
like Emily was doing? She's like, math came around, break time. She was over there chilling. Yeah,
And Pam Brandy says, "Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Waiting on ABA 6 month wait period." Wow. Wow. 6 months. Yeah, because Pam says start therapy. Okay. Soon
hmm
as you can. Veronica says, "Rose, the best advice I can give you is you got his diagnosis now. Start early intervention ASAP.
hmm
It's better for him and his future and will benefit him as well as you." Yes.
exactly. And Rose, So Veronica was the one who just said this. Veronica lives in Maryland. So in Maryland, they put everybody to the back of the line unless your child is about 5 years old to get a diagnosis. So states are different with the way they do it, but she still has services, but she doesn't have a diagnosis. So you're probably right along the lines like I am in California. In some other states, some states will do it differently, where you can get a diagnosis sooner. So when you can get that diagnosis on paper and you can get things moving right away and you can get everything efficiently done with the diagnosis, yes, early intervention is the key.
Hmm.
And usually the diagnosis, like even I had the services kick in first because it was really early. It was 14 months, and then we got the diagnosis right before 3 years old.
And Victoria says, so true. Our teacher that works with the most severe students has a timer for quiet time and break time. They have a video game. Oh, Pam is asking, they have a video game in the sensory room at school?
See, no, that's the thing too. I was gonna say was they're calling it the video game issue, but what I don't understand that they're blaming it on the video game, but the video game is only at home, correct? If the video game is only at home,
Yeah,
I
how
don't
does that?
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are they attributing something that is normal with autism, anyways? How are they attributing that and blaming it on the video game? I don't understand that.
Mhm. And Veronica says, Eddie's school sensory room was a disaster. I'm waiting to see what they come up with since they took it down. Wow. Emily
Yeah,
knows.
Emily. Yeah. Hmm.
Score. Molly went to sleep. All right, Molly. She must have been tired.
Hmm.
Nita is too. What is that? Nita is too what? What I do? What I do? What I do?
It is.
Agree. Gloria. Money. Y'all got me about
She was the one who said it, though, wasn't she? She was, I think, right?
oh the shoot. No, that
Yeah,
was that. That was
I think she was, right? Was it Gloria?
was it Gloria?
I thought it was.
I think it was Gloria. Uh, okay, Veronica says 2/7/2020 diagnosis appointment for Eddie. We are ready. I have all his IEP packets from the age of 3 in my IEP binder, and I have all of his daily reports from preschool to kindergarten. Yes, you are. All right.
Good,
Yep, you are prepared, my sister. You are
good.
prepared. Okay.
She even had some things. There was a couple things that she said too, and I think there was a couple stories that Veronica gave on her Facebook, and she was saying that somebody was saying something to her, and somebody was trying to tell her something, and meanwhile Eddie was, I think he was saying turtle. He just kept saying turtle. He was saying something. He just kept repeating the word louder and louder. And the
Mhm.
it was at a game. I think it was at a softball game or something. And he just kept repeating a word or something. I forgot what it was, but it was clearly, autism. But it was the way she writes her Facebook posts are really, really not creative. I don't want to say that. They're really, she writes them really well. Like you could just visualize the whole thing.
Yeah, I love Veronica's posts.
I think because the lady was, I remember the lady was like trying to set her straight on something, and she didn't go off on the lady. And meanwhile, Eddie was doing something and saying something. She was saying something about Eddie being not neurotypical, but something. And meanwhile, I thought he was saying turtle, and he kept saying it louder and louder and louder. But the lady just was saying something, was like, the lady just knew everything.
Well, guys, we have went over our hour and a half mark. So, what we usually do is the one that wanted to come on still here?
Let
No.
me check.
I am going to put
Nope.
a link in the chat area. You are welcome to join us.
Can you send it to me as well? I'll send it over here.
Okay.
I'll post it.
You you are welcome to join us for a 5 minute chill chat.
If anybody is here, right here, where I just put here, who wants to join in, let me know and I will post the link right here for you to join in. Stacy, thank you. Stacy says, keep up the phenomenal work, everyone. Thank you.
All right,
And
stay.
Stacy also says, to all the mommies, you rock. Don't
You
forget the
rocked
dads
it.
as well. But yes, Stacy says, to all the mommies, you rock. And then Paula says, hello all. We are 6 days into my son's autism diagnosis. He's 2.
2 years old.
Mhm.
You know, it's that same link I sent you earlier
Yeah, what was that on the? Oh yeah,
in in,
it might be in here. Yeah.
yeah, in your chat in the inbox.
Okay. Thank you guys for the advice. I will keep you all updated on Grayson, and that's Rose. Uh,
Bye, Brandy. Thank
who was
you.
just diagnosed.
So I
Bye,
put the
Brandy.
link. I put the link in the chat area. Anyone who wants to come on and join us for these last few minutes to say hi, a little chill chat, you are welcome to click on that link and come on in.
Is Margarita here? Margarita is still here. So Margarita said, and I'm sorry I missed your comment. Sorry I wasn't on. If you did answer my question, but my son is almost 3 and he isn't diagnosed yet, but the doctor said he has autism. Um, what can I do for him to stop hurting his baby brother? That's a
Yeah,
difficult
I know
one.
you did, Veronica.
What happened?
She said she was trying to tell me he isn't nonverbal, that he was verbal, and that I needed to get rid of excess metals in
Oh,
his body with a spray, and he would talk and not have autism.
that's what she was trying to tell you? Okay. And he kept saying, you said, meanwhile, she was trying to tell you this, and he was standing there and he kept repeating a word and he kept getting louder and louder and louder with the word. But he was saying the word, but the word was like, I forgot what the word was, but it had nothing to do with what was being said. But it was, yeah, it was. I remember that post. It was funny. Yeah, Rose said, yeah. Okay, got that one.
Okay, I put it in the chat for you, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, you did go with that, Veronica.
So anyone is welcome. Anyone in the chat is welcome to click on that link that I just shared and come on in. And here's Mr. Charles. Well, hello, Mr. Charles.
Hi, Nita and Linda.
Hey,
How are you all doing?
doing good. How are you?
Oh,
Good
I'm doing fine. You know,
night, Lorienda. Tell Brandon good night too.
yeah, enjoying the evening. Yeah, Cindy retired early, so I'm out here anyway, and yeah,
What time is it? Oh, 8:45.
yeah, out here it's 8:45. Yeah, we had our meeting. I have our meeting in the afternoon, and so then after that, an elders meeting, and now
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we're here. So was that Six Flags Magic Mountain that you all went to, or?
No, that's my favorite though. No, we went to Six Flags. That one's in Southern California, so that one's about 5.5 hours away. The one we went to is here, closer to San Francisco. So this one's only maybe not even 20 minutes from us.
Okay, I
So
didn't know about that Six Flags. That's why I wondered. I thought you were in Northern California, but
yeah, it used to be Marine World, Africa USA, or something like that. But then they Six Flags bought them. So now it
yeah,
is related
okay.
to Six Flags, Magic Mountain, and we can use our same season passes to Magic Mountain as well.
Yeah, actually, I went to Magic Mountain way back before it was Six Flags. Way back there with my first wife, Judy,
Okay.
and when my daughter was just a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember when it wasn't Six Flags. I remember when Magic Mountain used to not be owned by Six Flags.
Yeah, that's right. Back when I think Six Flags was just getting started. Then there were a few Six Flags parks, like one near St. Louis, but Six Flags was kind of a new thing then.
Yeah,
and so a lot of parks that are now Six Flags weren't then.
No, they were bought by them. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones because they have a lot of the record-breaking roller coasters there.
Hello, Yolanda. Yeah. We are calming down right now, Yolanda. Are you just joining us just now? You're welcome to come on live. I have the link in there if you want to join us live. Gloria, come on in and say hello.
Oh yeah, Gloria.
Yeah.
Stacey? Anyone?
Yeah, my favorite roller coaster ever. I'm now too old for them, but my favorite ever was La Ronde in my daughter. I took a trip to Canada just the two of us back in 1989. Now it'll be 31 years ago this summer, and we still both have fond of it.
I'm always scared to go on a roller coaster outside the country because their legal limits as far as like the heights and the speed are different. Hey, Veronica.
Hey, Veronica.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are all of you? Hi, Charles.
Good. Don't tell me you put that lipstick on this morning.
I did.
I knew it. I was looking at that lipstick. I went on Ulta today to look at it too. I was like, okay, so this one, okay.
I did, yes, I did. I have this brand in every color because of that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You see that, Nita? You saw that on her Facebook?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That was crazy.
Nathan ate some of them, but you can have these. Yeah. Because your brother ate them all because you came too late.
Oh, Gloria says she doesn't see it. The link.
Let me. I'm gonna.
You have to scroll up because I couldn't find it either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gloria, yeah, you have to scroll up. Oh, yeah, right above Veronica's laughing face.
I'll add it again too. Let me see.
I was like, oh, Charles got it. And that must be it. Mean it's in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Gloria was supposed to share a story too. I forgot about that. She was supposed to share this snow globe story. When she comes on again, remind me of the snow globe story.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to peel oranges because I was peeling oranges for David and Nathan ate them as I peeled them.
Oh, they were yours?
For Eddie, for David, but then Nathan, I didn't notice, had stepped up on his train and ate every single one.
Wow.
Because I was watching you guys and peeling them.
She said she needs that for Molly's dance recital. What is she talking about?
Oh, she wants me to get her the lipstick. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told her because she said something about a glossy. So I told her I do because the brand I use is MAC. So she said, find me a glossy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. The MAC won't even smear on anything, though, will it?
No, I went to my mother-in-law's house after work, which was like an hour ago, to eat dinner for my husband's like late birthday. And so I ate, chicken, rice, potato salad, and cake after. And this is me after I ate.
Wait, how do you take it off then if all that oil or whatever?
Baby oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby oil.
Oh, okay.
I just put it on like a makeup
Day
wipe and rub.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I need some of that in my life too, because
I know.
I have to keep mine right next to me.
Yeah,
No,
me
I don't.
too.
I put it on and I leave. That's it.
I
Because
always
I don't want
wondered.
to do that.
I always wondered how her lips were always like that. Oh my goodness! I thought she was just
Yeah.
always putting her lipstick on.
No. With Eddie? Yeah, right.
I know.
Dude,
Wow.
I cannot. Right now, they're just a mess. Nathan's in he's in the dishwasher,
Uh-huh.
and Eddie's like on the floor messing with that lazy Susie thing. I don't have time to do anything. These kids are too much.
Hey, Gloria.
Where
Hi.
is she?
There she.
Yeah, I don't see her yet.
Oh, we could just hear her. Oh, she didn't do her camera.
I
Oh,
don't know
come
how to
on.
do it.
Come on,
Oh, I
camera.
can hear her, I think.
I don't
we
know how
can
to
hear.
do it.
She doesn't
She
know
says
how.
she doesn't know how to do the camera.
There should be something where you can flip it. I'm not sure.
It was probably when she had to approve the camera and the microphone,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I approved the microphone, but I don't know how to approve the camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll
Well,
check
you're
it out.
here.
I'm
We
gonna
hear
go-
your voice.
Victoria said maybe I should get
Yeah,
her the
good to
mat.
have you
I have
here.
nightmares about Molly lipstick dance recitals. I know. That's why I thought she was going for the mat because she can wipe it on her clothes and it won't even get on her clothes.
No.
With the mat, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the glossy was still will.
Probably,
it wasn't even that
yeah.
expensive. It was like what? It was under $10 a lipstick.
Yeah, because I'm not going to spend over $10 for lipstick either. No.
That's
Not when pull-ups cost $36 and diapers cost $45.
Oh
No.
my goodness. Oh, that was still crazy. Nita, did you see that when her diaper wipes froze?
yeah.
Oh my god,
That was crazy.
I was walking through Sam's Club, like, please be another mother in here, and then I found one. She had a newborn, and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is a really weird request, but can I have like 10 wipes? And she was like, 10 wipes? And I was like 5? She looked at me like, what? And I was like, can I have 5? So she gave me some, and I used like I kept the wipes for last, and then I wet like paper towel and water, like warm water, and I did that first, and then I kept the wipes to like clean up the rest. I was like, oh god.
Man.
But hey, she gave me some wipes, so
Yeah.
but I was like, oh my god, it was
I would've
weird,
thought-
following moms asking them for wipes.
I would have thought I
I
was
didn't
ahead
know
of the
they were
game
free.
too. Like, oh, my bag's already in the car. I got my stuff already packed.
That's what I
I
did.
wouldn't have thought it would froze.
Me neither. You want more?
That was crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I did not think that would happen. Hey, are you
Is
saying
that
hi
Nathan?
with
Hi.
the little
Hi.
runny nose?
Hi,
Hey.
Nathan. Smile.
He did for once.
Hi.
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 He's so rude.
Hi.
Okay. He's nosy.
You want to see
So,
what's
yeah.
going on?
Yeah, he's always wanting to see what's going on.
Where are you, Gloria? Come
She
join
left.
us, Yolanda. Come join us. Come on in and chat. Have a little chill chat before we log off.
Anyway.
Okay. Anybody over in the watch party, you are welcome to click the link and come on in for a little chill chat before we log off for the night. We want to thank everybody. This has been a great session.
Oh, she
you
said
know,
it says I need. Sorry, it says I need to update something in order to add video. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
So
about
yeah,
that.
next time, Gloria. Next time. Well, I want to thank everybody. This has been wonderful. This has been a really good chat tonight. Really good one. So on that note, and Mr. Charles, as always, Well, y'all,
He is always on here, huh? With the
Yeah,
and the live too. When you guys ask anybody to come on, he gets on.
he
he
gets
does.
on.
Yep.
He's
Beautiful.
better than the rest of us. He's ready to come on.
He always is. Yep.
He starts the watch party. He starts the party.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Mr. Charles is wonderful.
He
But you
is.
guys know what I'm about to do. So,
Yep. Always,
Coffee.
always ready to eat. Always.
Oh, eat. Oh, I said coffee. Okay, so
Always.
she's ready to eat.
I'm
Always.
hungry. I am hungry. But yeah, thank you
Okay, we
all.
better enjoy your
Thank
dinner.
you. Thank you,
You enjoy your
guys.
dinner.
Wait.
Oh
We
wait.
have
Oh, and here's
somebody.
Yolanda. Oh wait, it
Come
didn't
on
work.
in.
She didn't disconnect because of
You.
that, did she?
Come on in, Yolanda. I can hold off for a minute. Okay, is she here?
Here she goes.
All
There she
right.
is.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi,
How
Hello.
are you?
Hi.
Hi. How
How
are
you
you
all
now?
doing? I'm
Pretty
good.
We're
Pretty
good.
good. Pretty good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's always good to put a
How are you doing,
face
Yolanda?
to a name.
Mhm.
I'm doing good. It's cold. It's 4 degrees, so we warmed up.
Where are you at?
Alaska.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you did
I
say
was
that
like,
before.
I
Yeah.
was like, where is it 4 degrees? Never
Yeah, I
mind.
was about to ask the same thing. What?
Yeah, I was like, where is it?
It warmed up
Okay,
because
yeah.
it was a -17, so 4 definitely feels good compared to
Well, you know
-17.
what?
my goodness.
We've had negative degree weather here, so I can imagine. And it's
Yeah,
cold now. It's cold now.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to Jamaica on Wednesday, so
Ooh, that's a big change.
Oh, nice. You're gonna be
yes, I'm
hot,
going to.
huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna
Oh
burn up.
wow, that's
They
great.
gonna think I'm
That's
crazy.
where Cindy and I went for our honeymoon.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
did
I'm
Where
doing
were
a
you
you?
at?
cruise out of
Well,
Miami. I'm
Jamaica.
doing a
That's
cruise
great.
out
That's
of
where Cindy
Miami.
and I went for our honeymoon.
oh,
Enjoy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
This is my
nice.
first time. I've been wanting to go for
Enjoy.
years, so I'm happy that I'm
Ah,
doing. I go to Jamaica, Cayman Island, and then Mexico. And then we go back to Miami.
okay.
ah.
Oh,
That
so like a
Yeah,
cruise.
awesome.
yeah. I'm doing a cruise, a 6-day cruise.
Oh, yay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
My
awesome.
son, he's like,
Well,
Mom, let's
enjoy.
go. But he's not going to go to school while I'm going. So he's
Okay.
happy. He's going to miss 10 days of school.
Oh,
oh
wow.
man. Oh,
Yeah,
Just
nice.
he,
one day.
yes. He don't want to go to school, no way. He hates it.
How long have you lived in Alaska?
19 years.
Nice.
Wow.
Where was it? Where did you live before that?
Germany.
Oh, you've been around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm talking to people. You can say hi. Say
Hi.
Hi. He's like, oh, yeah.
Oh
He's like,
wow.
oh, I didn't know there'd be all the people.
Yeah,
He
cool
run.
place.
Did he run away?
Yes.
He
He's like,
said
oh.
hi and he was
You right
done.
here? Okay. Yeah. Say hi. You can say hi.
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 He's been sad. I let him sleep with me all week, so he can sleep with me before I leave.
So now,
Aw.
am I pronouncing your name Yolanda or Yolande or Yolan?
I say Yolanda with the E, so people can know it's
Okay.
Yolanda. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yolanda with the okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to say that. But he called me. He don't know how to say my name, so my son don't say. He say Alonda. He don't know how to say Yolanda.
Okay.
Oh.
So if somebody asks
Is
me my
he
name, he say Alonda.
is he your only one? Is he your
No,
only
I have 6.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
He's my
Boys and
youngest.
girls or just boys?
I have 3 girls and 3 boys. I have a
Oh, that's
26-year-old,
good.
25, 22, 23. Then my son Deuce will be 17 on Thursday, and then my baby boy, this autistic, he would be 12. Well, he's 12
Okay.
now, but he's really 5, but he's 12.
Yeah. Sounds like my baby. He's
Yeah,
5, 13. Yeah.
yeah. So I have to swaddle him in the artistic blanket before he go to bed. He have to have that, and he takes
Uh,
stuffed animals everywhere. He gives them names, but he beats
okay.
Oh,
them
that's
up just
cute.
so they can get a Band-Aid. He take them to school so they can get Band-Aid. So he beats them up. But I don't know why he just have to have the stuffed animals.
He puts you said he puts band-aids on the stuffed animals?
Like
Yeah.
he did something to one of them, and the teacher sewed it up. So we said he had surgery.
Oh.
But
Oh.
he likes
Emily
Band-Aids
Had
on
to take him to the
everything.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
likes to put Band-Aids. Like he'll bite his toenails and you have to put them on that. I have to keep socks on, but he likes to do
Mhm.
bite his feet and his nails.
Aw. So
Yeah,
her
he
kids
my
are
baby
like
boy.
my kids' ages.
Yeah, grown. Then I have three grandbabies. I have a
Really?
2 year, a 4 year old, a 1 year old, and a 7 month old.
You have a
Okay.
big
Oh.
family, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So I have
Hmm.
four. I have four with two grandbabies.
Yeah.
Okay. They the best
Yeah.
thing ever. I love them, but oh my God, my other one, she stays here, but I have to watch my son with it. He think they toys. You can take them back. He don't want them. No, you don't want to touch his toys. Why
You
they
can take
gotta
it
be
back.
here? Yeah,
You're
take it
like,
back.
where's the receipt?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because he gets on the floor. He don't like that. He's like, if I do something more for somebody else, like you don't want me anymore. So I have to make
Aw.
sure I do everything with him. So when I take my grandbaby out, it's
Yeah.
like having two, and it's the
Mhm.
car seat. He got to be right there. Both of them got to be in the lap. You're like, oh my God, I thought I was done with babies, but I still have him and my
Mhm.
grandbabies.
Yeah. Mhm.
But it's fun. I mean, I wouldn't change it for, and it's hard
Right.
sometimes when you feel like you don't have the support
Here,
because people
David.
ask you, what's
Right.
wrong with him? Why he talk to his toys? Why he's kicking? Why he's screaming? So I'm very cautious of
Mhm.
certain places that I go to because,
Yeah.
Mhm.
some places I already know, okay, we can't be in here, especially if they don't have white milk because that's all he
Right.
drinks. So we sure
Um,
can't go.
He want
mhm.
his milk.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all milk. Like a baby have to have milk in a
Yep.
certain cup.
Hmm.
Yes.
Is Alaska
That's how
limited?
it
Like,
is.
so, like my brother lived in Guam and Hawaii, and things are kind of limited. Is Alaska limited like that too?
Yes, because he used to have a school to go on base, and it was really
Mhm.
good. He did really good in that school, but now he goes
Mhm.
to a school that they have with all kids who got behavior issues, all type of issues from kindergarten to 12th grade. And so I don't feel like he gets the support because
Mhm.
his paperwork say non-diploma. So I feel like he only goes because he's going for child care because I don't feel like he's learning anything.
Oh. Mhm.
Okay.
Not even
Yeah.
like life skills. Is it life skills?
Hmm. He fights. He fights the staff. So he's a runner. He fights them. I don't like when they
Uh,
contain you and put you in the safety room because I feel like they pushing them away.
Oh. So
I
he
don't
goes to
like
the
that.
school. So like Veronica, like in a normal
Write
school
that down.
district, they would have different schools for different things like that. So like if they were physical or more emotional and things like that, they might go to one school. Whereas they're dealing with more say functional academics, they could go to a program here. And if they were more academic but still special needs, they could go to another
Yes.
program. So but
So he's
that
not
seems to
allowed to
all
go
be in
to.
one
He
school.
can't go.
And
Yeah, he can't go to no regular school. They can't
yeah,
accommodate him. He's a
so that's
runner.
all
He's a
in one
fighter.
school,
It's
all
a danger.
combined.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
And they have
really?
security
Yeah.
and the doors locked because when I don't like
Yeah.
that part because you don't know what nowadays.
Hmm.
Sometimes you look on the news or you look on the internet, they
Yeah.
can tie the kid down and hurt. So
Hmm.
sometimes you don't know, but I be at the school.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I was the president of his other school. I stayed there on top of it because
Hmm.
you don't know because you don't know
Yeah.
how to really tell you everything that's going
Yeah.
on. You
Hmm.
have to
So
wear
he
a
can't
safety
really
vest.
say what's going what like what he wants or what he's feeling yet.
He can talk, but sometimes you may not understand everything. But like when he get around the staff, he may not. If they all overcrowd him or there's too many
He
people like
shuts
asking
down.
questions, he don't like that.
Right.
He like 101. So if the teacher
Yeah.
that his teacher she's not at school that day, he has a bad day because he needs all the attention
Oh, we have
on
another
him.
member like that with her son. Daniel. There's if his
Oh,
teacher's
that.
not there. What's I forget his mom's name, but his name is Daniel.
Oh,
Okay,
If his
it's
teacher's not there,
hard.
she doesn't send him to school.
Yeah, because he like all the
Satterwhite is
I
the
attention.
know.
last name.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think
Yeah.
of it now either.
Yeah, her son is like that too.
Because you have to rub his head, pat him, like he's a
Mhm.
baby. And if the teacher have other kids to deal with, he don't
He
like.
don't
Why
get
you
it.
dealing with him? I'm over here, and he'll
Right.
have a
Yeah.
meltdown. Yes,
Aw.
or run, and then they have to contain him and put him down. And he'll tell me how they contained him, but they usually do a phone call and tell you what happened. And I be like, I'm on my way because sometimes some people be rough with him because he
Hmm.
kicking them, he's fighting them, so they trying to hold him down. And I'm
But
like, he's little, but he's strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
Eddie's the same way.
Yeah,
He's strong, but he's
they
little.
do
But
give
they
him strength. They
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
give
do.
him
Because
strength.
I
Yeah.
think that's all like emotions though, and all like because it all
They're
comes
just
out in a
determined.
surge.
Like it's like a focus. They're focused on that
Yeah.
one thing, and you can't break that
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
Yeah.
can't. He can fight 3 steps, and though
Yeah.
before you know it, he on the other one. I mean, he
Yeah.
moved fast
Kenyatta.
because they have a safety vest that he have to wear on the bus. You have to
Yeah.
have the safety vest on because the kids unhook themselves out of the seat belts and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
they have to put him in the seat belt. And sometimes he don't want. If he had a bad day, he don't want to get in no seat belt, especially if he can't take his stuffed animals. And he don't want to take one. He got to take about 10.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
That's like that one. That's like that meme I put up. Remember? It was like, okay, grab your backpack. Okay, grab the car. Okay, grab your toys. Okay, grab your toys. Just get in the car. We will have the teacher deal with this.
Yeah.
It was just
He
grab
takes
the
them
car, we gotta
everywhere
go.
though. To church, he loves Ken doll. He takes them everywhere. Then you can't be talking to the toys and stuff when we in church, and he does it everywhere we go. Movie
But
theater,
some
I don't
churches
care.
are understanding, or they not? They don't.
Well,
They don't
I'm a
know.
pastor, and they always tell you pastor kids sometimes be worse
They
than
have to be on point. Yep.
Mhm.
But still,
But he sees me pray and stuff, but all the attention is on you. So people thinking, you can't get a hold of him because he like don't ask him. No, we come in. Which church do you have today, or how you doing? I'm like, please don't say nothing. I'm like, I say this up. Don't look at him. Don't say nothing because you never know what's gonna come out.
That's what I was gonna say. You don't know what they're gonna say, huh? As soon as they ask him something, you don't know what they're gonna
No,
say.
you have no clue. And he
And the
watches
bigger,
everything. So whatever he
and the
watches, he demonstrates it. And I'm like, I don't
yeah,
say bad words. And like in his classroom, there's kids who got behavior issues. So
yeah.
those kids in there, they say bad words. So he repeat it. He'll tell you what those other kids. I'm like, what did he call you? And she was like, yeah, he said da da da. I was like, I don't talk like
Yeah.
that. But he picks up. I said he can say all that. He can go read a book then.
And the
funny
bigger
'cause
they
you never
get, the
know.
less you can explain it away. Because
Yes.
then you can only cover. We know that we know we're honestly explaining it, but people
Right.
people believe us less the bigger they get.
Yeah, they're looking at you like you're right.
You don't talk like
you
this
said
at
that
home.
too. It's funny because you be like, I don't know what he gonna say. Please don't say that to him because I have no control what he's gonna do. If I turn my head, he
What
may
comes
kick
out
me.
their mouth?
Yep.
I have no control. Don't ask me what he did or nothing. I'm like, oh my God. But he has his like he got he's child number 6, so he knows when they get paid, who gonna buy me a toy today, which sibling gonna buy this. He knows how to go to which sibling.
He knows how to work
It's
the
your
system.
turn. It's your turn.
Yeah, he knows exactly.
Mom, are you on the phone?
Yes, son.
Who are you on the phone with?
I'm talking, baby. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
That's my son that'll be 17 on Thursday.
I know you leaving on my birthday. That's the worst thing ever.
Yes, I'm going on vacation on your birthday. You're fine. They're laughing at you. Say hi to them. Right. It's the autism group. Wait.
Hi.
January 6th.
Yes, they can see you, son.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, nobody's looking at you. You cool. Bye.
You're calling my son.
Oh.
Hi.
He'll be 17. He's mad that I'm leaving.
Yeah, one year older, 1 year.
You know, 1 year.
All my girlfriends at school.
You don't worry about no girlfriends. You better worry about passing them grades.
How many of your kids live at home?
Huh?
How many of your kids live with you?
3. My 22-year-old and my 17-year-old and my 12-year-old.
Oh.
But my daughter with the grandbaby, she goes back and forth from my house to her boyfriends or baby daddy, whatever you call them. She like, Mom, I said, y'all like shacking up, I guess. But I was like, okay. What's wrong with that? I was like, y'all generation don't care. It's better to marry than burn, but she ain't trying to hear them.
Mom, are you going on vacation?
Yes, I'm going on vacation.
Okay, you guys. I have
Nita's hungry. That's enough for Nita.
Yeah. Hungry
I
or
pray everybody have a wonderful, blessed week,
too.
peace and prosperity, and have a peaceful night of rest. And it's nice talking to
All right.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.